music is a strange art form since it's made from sound, and sound is invisible, right? So you can't really see a song as you write it in the same way an artist can see paint, for example, and you can't hold sound in your hands like a ball of clay or watch it bend like metal, which makes music uniquely abstract and challenging. But is it really invisible? No, you actually can see sound and you don't have to wear a tinfoil hat to do it, and here's how. Let's take the 12 notes of the chromatic scale, and you can't see them, right? But each pitch has a name, so we can represent them using letters like this, which is at least visible, but it's still sort of abstract. So to make the image more concrete, we can represent each note using, say, the black and white pattern of a keyboard like this, which is a little better, but still sort of difficult to see the intervals and relationships between the notes. So to highlight the intervals, like whole steps and half steps, we can picture the notes using shapes like this, which makes the image a bit more clear, though it's still practically impossible to see the actual relationships between the notes. So what we can do is rearrange the chromatic scale into the circle of fifths like this, which is a pattern that shows all of the harmonic connections between notes. And this gets us a step closer to actually seeing sound. Although these connections are still obscured by the monochromatic black and white shapes of these notes, which don't properly illustrate the way all the notes in the circle of fifths are naturally linked in a smooth harmonic sequence. So to picture these relationships, we can instead use the color wheel like this, which follows the same pattern as the circle of fifths. And then once we rotate this pattern back into the chromatic scale, all of the connections between notes are still visible. And so now we're looking at the 12 notes of music. We're actually looking at them because they're visible. And we can apply this pattern to instruments like the guitar and like the piano, and really anything to play patterns like scales and modes and chords and progressions, and see how all of the notes are related. So yeah, sound is not invisible. You really can see it, which changes the way you engage with it as an art form. And a PDF with all of these diagrams showing how you can visualize sound is in the community in my link tree.